I want to know more about Pathfinder Society. What exactly are you interested in? What purpose? What is the purpose of the society? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Golarion they might seek the fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We are a sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records. It can improve useful to future expeditions. And also, we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members does the society have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Golarion. The adventure captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well. Those service to the society has brought them fame. Who does the society support? You mean who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinder try not to get involved in the quarrels of others. They serve only the spirits of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the Seekers. Regarding your story, what happened in Runechurch? The elf shake her head. I have no wish to fill your sleep with nightmares. When you prove that you can stand firm in battle, that you can achieve victory without losing yourself along the way, then I will tell you of the horrors that waited in the Runechurch. Okay. I'm training. Good day. I hope you are feeling alright after the battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask me? Satana lowers her head. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I completely understand if you say no. But the first time the Stark-Lord Thar came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it means so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. Svetlana interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possession, please bring it back to me. It is easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Svetlana drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there is a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight, but in fact she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy if you have any chance. I'll be happy to help, Svetlana. Svetlana nods. I'm so grateful for your help. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the stolen lands? It was Oleg's idea, though. I supported him in it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here, of course. In Restov, everyone respected the Swordlands, and everyone accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamandi could be enough to fend off a street thug or some other trouble. It could maybe even work in some places here, but with the Staglord men. What can you tell me about him? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the stolen lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. It would be a kingdom of lawlessness. Once I've dealt with the Staglord, your life will improve. I can't thank you enough for your hope you've given me, but please be careful. The Staglord is extremely dangerous. Bokken puts his hand on his hips. Ah, old Bokken still knows a few tricks to impress these blood-sucking dummies. Enough hiding in the dumb bushes that say. Remind me, what do you do here? What's there to tell? I'm a herbalist. Make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. Bokken sighs. I live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at the Oleg and Svetlanov's post. They let me they let me in out of kindness. Help me with things. They bring me water or firewood when it's cold, and an occasional berry of honey. They're good people. Can I help you in any way? Bucking glances at you, suddenly interested. Well, since you're asking, there is a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries, fang berries I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick if you do. They spoil quickly. Those spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted it myself. Burn those spiders to crisps. That will teach them for taking over my fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They are rare and mysterious plants. I don't know where to find them, but I know the kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'll pay you 3 potions for the berries and a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need fanberries and moon radishes, Bokken? You want to know, eh? Well, I'm gladly tell you after you bring some to me. Alright, I'll try to help. Bokken glances at you hopefully. Just watch out, alright? Don't end up someone's lunch. Show me what you have. Halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit. She's not anymore. Sits chewing the tip of a quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in a notebook, scrolling with verse, raised her eyes, and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi. Tell me about yourself, Lindsay Alebe. What do you want to know? Where are you from? I'm from all over. I was actually born in Gold, in such a tiny village that it's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there, milking goats, weeding turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Who was your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital at the Church of Sheelin, but he got in trouble with the authorities and went on the self-imposed exile to the tiniest, most godforsaken priestess village he could find, the one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas into our children's head. It's only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Archknights of Aviston, and when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave me a magic ring, so the Shelin would protect me from harm. I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's alright. I ask Shelin every day to grant him a long life, and the new students. Archknights of Aviston, who are they? Oh, you haven't read of them. How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the history of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now look at me. Here I am, on a heroic quest. How did you become bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tessie the Quill, happened across the village. Well, I stuck on her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy and Taldor and even Uslav. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Pitax, and I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me. But that's okay. They already taught me all that important stuff, and now with Shaylin help, I can manage on my own. Do you worship Shaylin? Yes, not to offend any of the gods, but she is the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as it is, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. Forget it. I can waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my work, they aren't going to ask whether the authors had holes in the sleeves. Let me ask about something else. So you come from Pitax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Pitax, even though they kicked me out. A joyful place. What is life in Pitax like? Actually, Pitax has always been one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fencers, card sharps. It's always been home for the likes of them. But that was before Irovetti became a king. With him, a whole different life began there. Irovetti always wanted to make a history, but not as another bandit with crown. Though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great patron of the arts, so he built the Academy of the Grand Arts and spent lots of gold to assemble the best artists, poets and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitac was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. What do you know about King Irovetti? He wants his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started to pulling off such schemes that the old city masters just scratched their heads. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitax, and also he incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically decanted and conceded. Getting drunk with whores at the pub, that's not Lord Irovetti's style, oh no, he aims higher. Dressing up like a male Calistria with a golden codpiece and holding a 3-week orgy with a dancing on the rooftops, parades, public execution and a contest of the best ode to the great unrivaled king, that's more like it. He also likes singing, and he orders his guard to make the citizens gather for his shows. May Sharon have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the Academy. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to the Irovetti for building it, but he has no taste. At all, whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright, grandiose, and most importantly, glorifyingly His Royal Highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artists because he didn't wish to spend money on grey scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me, and for what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but no one on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professors who teach there now, and return all the ones they banished. If you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Orvetti liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. As long as medical licks Peters sit at the academy and those with real talent beg on the streets of Pitax, I will not cross the threshold of the place. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I'm writing the whole truth, just as it happens. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. What are you writing it? What's the point? When I was in academy, Ebald the Insightful began his literature course with the question, "What is a person?" And he answered, "A person is a storytelling animal." Our world does not consist of things, all these woods, seas and cities. It consists of stories about those things, the stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass and there will be no me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone, but you and I will live on in the people's memories and influence their deeds, thanks to this very book. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. The truth doesn't hurt me. Who do you think my most severe critic is? That's right, it's me. This is my first real book and I have much yet to learn. But don't worry, I will do your feast justice. And if you put my foot in my mouth here and there, then we can print second edition, revised and corrected. Your book is full of inconsistencies. Well, yes, I can admit that. Sometimes one has to be bend a few details for the sake of dramatic effects. It's called poetic truth. I write about everything as I saw it with my own eyes, even parts of the adventure that I wasn't around for. But I do always carefully question everyone who was with you at the time. Think of it as a general picture. In the end, you're a hero of the book, and I'm just the storyteller. So what kind of character am I? Truth be told, I was little afraid of meeting a real hero. In book they are all protectors of the weak and poor, but what about in real life? But you ease all my fears with two shakes of a tail. You are a true hero just like the legends. My new fear is that in 100 years my readers will say that people like you never existed. But I'm writing the truth. You have an iron core. No matter what tricks fate throw in your path, you always know what's right and what's wrong. Some might say that's boring, but others will learn from your strong character. How do you feel about me reading your work in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course you are welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if I don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. Of course, it's a book about you, but it's my book, understood? The small writer's eyes glow rebelliously. As long as you write the truth, I have no objection. I swear, Lindsay puts her little hand over her heart. Truth, only truth, and just a teensy bitty of imaginative exaggeration. Tell me about your friendship with Tessie the Quill. What's there to say? The book woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to Tessie that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Tessie tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was studying in Pitax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. What is the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this? Lindsay holds her arm for you to get a clear view of the ring. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued with the power of Shaolin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So please, don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from the fight. I'll wait for you there, promise.
Forwards.
Greetings, Valley Size. Everything is well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. Tell me about yourself, Valerie. What exactly would you like to know? I was born to a noble family, though I didn't remain long on family estate. My father sent me to the Order of the Eternal Rose, but I left once I realized that I didn't match my principles. Where are you from? What was your childhood like? I was born in Brevo, but in fact I've never seen much of the country. I spent my childhood on a remote estate owned by my noble family. My father is a respectable philanthropist and benefactor of the Church of Sherlin. He's also a renowned private collector and a great admirer of the arts. My mother saw my education personally. From my early years, I learned good manners, how to behave at the dinner table, and the proper form of the words for every occasion. I also learned the difference between a true nobles and low-born upstarts, and I learned how to treat each of them properly. Our home was always under the protection of several paladins of Sherlin. My father was donated a handsome sum to the order. One of them, a man of venerable age with a grey beard, once let me touch his shining armor. I still remember the admiration I felt when I touched the cold, polished steel. Valerie smirks. All of the memories of my childhood, that one is somehow the warmest one. Why were you sent to the Paladin Order of the Eternal Rose? As I can imagine, from my first day I was surrounded by crowds of servants and nannies who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. The paladins of Shelyn, who used to visit our house, echoes these praises. In the end, general consensus overwhelmed my father's better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shelyn and told this would be my new home. Don't pity me, though, I beg of you. Many who hear this story immediately assume that my parents were cruel and had no love for the child. Valerie's eyes become stern. My parents had respect for me. They taught me something that has supported me all my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months they would come to visit me and the Order of the Eternal Rose. We had some tea and they had an hour to walk around the garden. Then they would take their leave, as etiquette demanded. What did they teach you in the Order? A variety of things. Some of them appealed to me, others I simply couldn't accept. I enjoyed the physical activities and swordsmanship, but the artists, calligraphy, painting, poetry, and so many others waste one's time. Valerie sighs. I guess that deep in my heart I always knew I'd never be a true paladin of Sherlyn. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Why did you leave the Order? Because of my heavenly beauty, Valerie winces in contempt. According to Sherlin's law, all art is sacred, whatever form it takes. Severe punishment awaits those who dare harm a painting, sculpture, or a poem, no matter how worthless the drivel might be. My looks always attracted unwanted attention from the pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem dedicated to me when I was 9. The author was some wealthy geezer. Valerie lips thin in contempt. And that was only the beginning. Sculptures, pictures, poems, I was drowning in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all theirs garbage. The circles of the temple were monogamous, for my suitors made generous offerings to the church, but one time, I just snapped. Barely suppressed anger glitters across Valerie's eyes. Some wealthy idiot has dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me, and had the nerve to read it right in my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest after a boring lesson of rhymes. I lost control and tore the poem apart right in front of him. Valerie raises her head proudly. The paladins wanted to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember what exactly it was. They wanted me to repent. Instead, I just gathered my things and left. What did you do after you left the Order? I set off to Restov, Valerie shrugs. I wanted to get as far away as possible from Sherlyn and the destiny everyone seemed so ready to force upon me. Besides, the School of Swordsmanship in Restov has quite a decent reputation. Honestly, I was hoping for an opportunity to learn from the famous Aldori masters. Eventually, it became clear that their technique wasn't a good fit for me. They teach to avoid impact, whereas I prefer to raise my shield. But my abilities and skills, which I had learned on the Order of the Eternal Rose, were enough to make the Sword Lords take an interest in me. They offered me a chance to join the mercenaries who served the Sword Lords, and I accepted. I bet your beauty inspired many people in the Order. Valerie's gaze suddenly becomes cold. And there I hope to avoid the question, she exhales loudly. Well, let's get this over with, one and for all. You should understand that I am perfectly aware that most races, orders, and genders find me physically attractive. It's beyond my powers to change that, but I've never given a potential admirer any reason to start a conversation with me. But it doesn't stop them. After leaving the order, I took a dagger and cut off all the long hair they used to praise. Well, now I'll get letters praise the beauty of my eyes. It was because of my appearance that I ended up at the Order of the Eternal Rose, though I never wanted to be a paladin. It was because of my beauty that an infinite number of suitors have pursued me, all of them confusing simple politeness with hints of affection. Valerie clenches her fist. But do not know what I really want. I want people to stop treating me like a piece of art. I want them to notice that I am a person, that I'm capable of something more than smiling for paintings, where I sit wearing a lacy satin dress, holding a basket of peaches in my lap. Is that too much to ask? The last question comes out in a shout, though Valerie doesn't seem to realize it. Thank you for your honesty. I understand you very well. You are a true friend who I can trust with my life. I am? Truly happy that you understand me. Thank you. Valerie smiles at you gratefully, and the smile is full of warmth that you never expected from someone as stern as Valerie. You suddenly realize that you're smiling back at her. Tell me about the way Shaylin and her and about her paladins. Shaylin is a goddess of love, beauty, and art. Her paladins are something like an armored artist. That's how they like to think of themselves, at least. Valerie tries to contain her feelings, but her inner contempt bursts forth. They are fanatical defenders of worthless, inartistic paintings and meaningless opuses, if you care to know my opinion. You speak of Shaylin in such a contempt. What did the goddess of beauty do to earn your anger? She's been trying to ruin my life, Valerie snorts. Shaylin, the goddess of everything useless that never existed in this life. All the beauty in the world, all the art, and all the soulful sides of the moonlight, they'll never feed a single family. And I beg you to restrain yourself from offering your own opinion. Trust me, I've heard everything you can tell me more than once. Nothing and nobody can change my mind. Valerie looks at you with a suspicion. As for Shaylin, she's the goddess of idlers. I almost joined her preposterous entourage. I'm just glad I was smart enough to denounce her while I still could. What do paladins of Shaylin usually do? They wander around seeking the next pile of garbage, and when they find it, they call it an immortal piece of art and admire it until they are blue in the face. You might not believe this, but the paladins of Shaylin aren't allowed to slay their enemies if they beg for mercy. Can you guess why? Because a bandit, rapist, or murderer who has been put to the sword will never be able to create something beautiful in the future. So a paladin overpowers her enemy in battle, then inspires him to create a masterpiece. Valerie's face reflects extreme disgust. It might sound hilarious if it weren't true. Plus, all Shaylin followers are obliged to practice some sort of art in his or her free time. Every single day, no matter what else is going on, even if you are feeling sick or hungry or sleepy. Otherwise, according to the clerics, you lose your connection with your goddess. A preposterous notion, wouldn't you agree? I understand that not every piece of art is good or even decent, but surely there must be at least a few great works among them. Is that what you think? Valerie curves an eyebrow, mocking amazement. Many share that delusion. I was deluded too for a while. Now I consider all works of art useless. People create this garbage because they have nothing better to do. The peasant doesn't paint a picture, he ploughs the earth to feed his family. The soldier has no time for sculpture, he must defend his homeland. But idlers and slackers have plenty of time to waste, so they smear canvases with paint and imagine they've done something worthy and valuable. Valerie shakes her hand in disapproval. You said that every paladin must practice some kind of art. What kind of art did you pursue? Ah, that. I used to embroider. And I still do from time to time. A treacherous brush covers Valerie's cheek. It's nothing, I assure you. Just a simple task to keep my hands busy and keeping the gloomy thoughts at bay. Nothing special. So you're an artist. You don't worship then any deity? Right, I need no guidance from above. I have my own good conscience and my leader's orders to live by. You know, you don't have to follow etiquette and maintain good manners while speaking with me if you don't want to. I'm aware of that very science, but I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up, first by my parents and then by my mentors in the order. Besides, I was born to a noble family, Valerie raises her chin proudly, so I rather enjoy the idea that my manner of speech differs a bit from the common language of the peasantry. You just can't imagine how my social climbers have bowed politely the moment I opened my mouth. I guess you've got plenty of suitors. Varu rolls her eyes. Sadly, you are right to suppose that. Even here in those remote lands, one can find offspring of many noble houses, and all of them consider it their duty to kneel before me, begging me to walk with them in the garden. Valerie's voice overflowed with contempt. If words were poison, you'd be dying a horrible death. Oh, and don't forget about the villagers' oaths. They understand the concept of nobility perfectly well, so they realize they'll be punished if they dare make any advance towards me. So they prefer to stare from a distance, drooling. And believe me, I can very well imagine that they discuss in the taverns. Valerie shivers and jerks her shoulders, as if they're trying to shed the sticky, disgusted stares. You know, you're really quite beautiful. You are a reliable friend and worthy ally, but you would be crime to ignore your beauty. Valerie gives you a stern look. I sincerely hope your words carry nothing more than mere politeness. Well, yes, that's what I meant. That is good, Valerie points. In that case, I thank you for your compliment and would ask that you never bring up the subject again. Well, you are so eager to follow my orders. Why? What do you mean, why? Valerie looks at you in bewilderment. I follow your orders. I've joined your campaign because I have faith in you. I believe your intentions to be noble, though things may not always turn out as you planned. You are my commander. Your orders are law. It's my duty to follow them. Valerie hesitates for a moment. Well, so long as you don't order me to do something that absolutely is dishonorable. But that would never happen, I hope.
Without a doubt.
How would Valerie there? You gonna talk? Are we gonna talk? Amiri utters a weary sigh. All right, spill it. I'm listening. We are just talking. You don't like it? Amiri shrugs several times, perhaps flex a muscle, or maybe just filling in silence. Don't know, she admits at last. Depends on what we are talking about. If it's about monsters or swords or scars, I approve. That's good. If you're gonna ask questions like why and what for and how, screw this. Amir looks you over slow head to toe. Or you got even harder ones. Tell me about yourself. This simple question seems to puzzle Amiri. She scratches her head, then starts continuing on her fingers. First, I'm a barbarian. I'm strong. I grew up in the realm of the Mammoth Lords. I left my tribes, the Six Bears. Amiri looks thoroughly at her foul, bent fingers and shrugs. And I like fights, she concludes, bending her thumbs. What is it like to be a barbarian in a Six Bears tribe? Ha! Our people are big and strong. We can cut a monster in half with one swing. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat a whole fried rojas. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become strong as you are. Training? No, I'm freaking trained me. The boys of the Six Bears got the training. All I could was to do is watch. Amery's eyes gleam with anger. And you know what? They were still crap even after all that training because I kicked their butt hard. Animals, bandits, monsters, all thought they were stronger than me. Idiots. Amery spits on the ground. Because if you start the fight, you think you can win. You think you're stronger than your enemy. Amery raises her chin proudly. I defeat them all. See all the scars on my face? What does the realm of the Mammoth Lords look like? Huge and freezing, no place for weaklings. Amiri narrows her eyes as if evaluating your ability to survive her homeland. Tribes hunt our rocks herds to survive. Our rocks are feasts, so tribe follows herd for days just not to die of hunger. If you are weak, you stay behind and die in the snow. Tribe cannot stop. Also, there is giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons come too. Ah, and the mastodons. And the saber-toothed tigers. Amiri grins. You would survive, I think. For a few days. Why did you leave the tribe? Amiri flashes. Because they were assholes, all of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels, and women were scared like sheep. Amiri rolls her blood eyes in fury. Men there think no girl can be a fighter because they are weak. They are afraid of women can beat them. And females just not. Go sow hides, cook meat, watch kids. That's what they always say. But I'm a warrior, damn it. I won't cook hides and watch meat Amelie is already shouting, fists clenched tightly. I told them so. I went hunting with men, and what did I get? Still the same. You are a woman. You stay home. Even gave me a nickname, the Soft Chieftain. Like a warrior woman was a funny joke. Damn, I even went to hunt those shit-faced gross giants. And there, Amelie suddenly stopped, breathing heavily, sweat beading on her forehead. After a moment, Amiri waves her hand awkwardly and forces herself to grin. So I left. Cowards, scoundrels, the sissies, and where... That's why. Well, we are quite a good fighter. Amiri jerks her head up. Quite good, say? Compared to who? If I was a creepy male, I'd fight better if that's what you say? She glares at you, her eyes narrow. Oh, or you say I could be better, like... Go get some training, Amiri, right? I mean exactly what I said. You're quite a good fighter. Don't raise your voice to me ever again. Amiri continues to breathe heavily in several seconds, glaring at you, but finally she calms down. I won't, she mutters. Forget it. You're rather rude, you know. You bet, Amiri grins, then suddenly frowns. I'm a fighter, big and strong. Everyone's afraid of me. I can't play the softy. Who would ever fear me then? The competitive expression disappears from Amiri's face, replaced by a dreamy grin. I enjoy being feared. When I pass by all the sissies almost faint. Kneels, trembling, teeth chattering, shit dripping down the pants. Amiri falls silent, fascinated with the picture of the imagination has created. So why did you leave your tribe, and what's the story about the frost giant? I told you already, they were assholes. They treat women like sheep, not fighters, Amiri frowns. As for giants, I'll tell you later. Someday, maybe. What a formidable sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not as simple. Check how big it is. She proudly raises the blade, and you notice that even though Amiri is extremely strong, she still has difficulty wielding such a large sword. This sword belongs to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took this looker from it myself. Fits me perfectly. My damn trophy. Amiri's eyes flash with menace as she's challenging some invisible enemy to try taking away her trophy. Okay. A jittery old man in squalid clothes shuffles up to you. His grey hair is unkempt, and he continues clenches his unclenched, and his grey hair is unkempt, and he continually clenches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. When he stops and looks up at you, his eye widens and he tugs at his beard. Strange weather, invisible fog creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. The old man shakes his head, his eye shifting about seamlessly and random. I don't like this old man. Look like the kind who can cast an evil eye. Who are you? Orman freezes for a moment. Remus, but that won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? The Orman raises his thick eyebrow curiously. I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. The fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. The old man wipes his head across his face and sighs wearily. But someone must look, and no one else can. Invisible fog, does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. I don't have time to listen to this old fool's nonsense. Be gone. Bald dog barks loud, while cunning one readies to bite. Cunning, short, but stubborn, he is now in the ancient tube that lies south of the trading post, searching for the great powers that once gave joy and now brings only death. You don't want my nonsense, then you'll hear sobs and screams. Once stolen, my land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer shall it be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death.
I will guide us.
The origin of this giant burrow remains a mystery to the locals. It was named for the plants known as the fangberry that grows in the area.
I stand ready.
I'm listening. What you want?
I wrote it like I saw it.
Esmo, Axe, yes. Esmo, Axe, yes. Tear them apart!
shall overcome.
Esmond, Axel, yes. Do not falter.
Attack!
Onwards! Bring it!
Strike as one.
Stay behind me! Tear them apart!
Do not hold back.
Let us strike as one! They go down!
We shall overcome.
Serves you right.
Do not falter!
Attack!
You deserved it.
Bring it!
Our path leads on. Our time has come.
Don't hesitate.
wishes?
Tear them apart!
Strike as one.
Onwards!
This is where I step in.
They go down!
Do not hold back.
To victory!
Serves you right.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
We shall overcome.
You deserved it.
They go down! Do not falter!
Attack.
Any last wishes?
Ah! Onwards!
Strike as one. Forwards. Stand with me. We shall overcome.
All my dice roll like minus 20 or something. Because I never can roll for shit.
Let us strike as one!
Attack.
Here we go.
They go down!
Nice.
Do not falter!
I shall not falter. Strike as one.
Ah! Onwards!
Do not hold back.
Bring it! Stay behind me! Huh.
We shall overcome.
them apart! Let us strike as one!
Serves you right.
Attack!
They go down! Do not falter!
You deserved it.
Onwards!
Any last wishes?
Strike as one!
Bring it! Stay behind me!
This is where I step in.
Do not hold back! Yeah!
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
Serves you right.
We shall overcome!
falter! Ah!
We shall overcome.
Let us strike as one!
What
You
a miserable
survive! Done with waiting.
I will see this through.
I'm listening.
Stand with me.
Yes.
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
Attack!
They go down! Do not falter!
Strike as one. Yeah!
what a miserable last chapter.
Onward!
Do not hold back.
Bring it! Stay behind me! I am yours to command. Done with waiting.
Together we stand.
What for Gorum?
I will not falter.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration. Serves you right.
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
Attack!
They go down! Do not falter!
Strike as one.
Onwards! Her!
Do not hold back.
Bring it! Stay behind me!
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart! They go down! Let us strike as one!
You deserved it.
Attack!
Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Done. one!
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart! Do not falter!
Attack! Yeah!
They go down!
Serves you right.
Onwards!
Strike as one.
Stay behind me!
Do not hold back.
Why did you leave your home? Do any traveling bards ever live happily ever after? Or did you hope to earn your glory, singing songs in taverns?
You don't appreciate your happiness. You've been surrounded by books, paintings, poets, and singers since you were a child. In our village, the only entertainments we had were tavern fights and harvest dance parties. I'd have died of boredom if I stayed there.
Stand with me.
Let us strike as one! Bring it! Tear them apart! Do not falter!
We shall overcome. Attack!
They go down! Onwards! Her!
Strike as one.
You deserved it.
Stay behind me!
Do not hold back.
Bring it!
Sound.
Forwards.
Why are they walking so slow? Come on.
And Lindsay was called forth. And then our leader Charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
No one can throw.
Our time has come.
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry
Just
one.
letting the ink dry. Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Tear them apart! Let us strike as one!
Adayana.
They go down! Do not falter!
We shall overcome.
Onwards! I'll survive. I always survive.
Attack!
Stay behind me!
Strike as one. Do not hold back.
Let us strike as one!
Fuck's sake, why you have done this? Everyone's going dead.
We shall overcome. I stand ready.
Amaranda grata.
Let us not hesitate.
What troubles you? And Lindsay was called forth.
Forwards. Let us not hesitate.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Forwards.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Blood for Gorum!
Adventures call to them.
Esne, Ax, yes.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration. Adventures call to them.
Blood for Gorum!
Lindsay the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious?
Blood for Gorum!
Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great. Anything is possible.
Blood for Gorum!
I wrote it like I saw it.
Blood for Gorum!
Hate swarms.
Just letting the ink dry.
Hey, shit. No one else gonna hit him. Top, yeah.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Come on, one more to hit. I did. And fucking didn't kill it.
Adventures call to them.
Why is his initiative so high?
Anything is possible. Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart!
Let us strike as one!
Attack!
They go down!
Forgive me for this failure.
Do not falter!
Ah! This won't kill me!
Onward!
Bring it!
I hate my life.
Anything is possible.
Stand with me.
This is all this crit.
What troubles you?
Here, not here.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Blood for Gorum!
It's sad, but it's not gonna finish like this, is it? Let's face it. Oh, or maybe. Oh.
We shall overcome.
Let us strike as one!
Tear them apart!
Attack!
Do not falter! Onward!
They go down!
Avenge me.
Strike as one.
See, that's what it is. We've done the other one nice, and then
not hold back.
What a miserable last chapter.
We shall overcome.
Now I killed him. Thanks.
Bring it!
Attack!
Tear them apart!
Strike as one. Forwards. Our time has come. Without a doubt.
I am yours to command.
I will guide us.
We're a strange group. More like a handful of outcasts than an army of heroes. Anyway, they say even the first Eldori Sword Lord was an outcast. Are we any worse than him?
I will not falter.
I'm listening.
Our path leads on. I stand ready.
Anything is possible.
Together we stand.
Here I am. See. To victory! This won't kill me!
It'd be nice if I once even hit.
Forwards.
Protect me, please.
To victory!
anyone hit it? No. I've reloaded it like 6, 7 times and no one of them hit the fucking swan yet.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Stand with me.
So I cannot roll 14 for fuck. But they fucking roll 16 every 2 minutes. I know it's unfair, but well, it is unfair. What is the DC? Target armor class 25. Oh well, that's why I'm not fucking hitting it. And I don't think I will with anyone. My modifier is 4, so I need a 20 to hit it. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I mean, 20 to hit is a bit ridiculous. And all it is there is Orc double axe +1, which I can't even use. So we will leave. They're walking so slow.
I will guide us.
Are these the berries you were looking for? Bucking impatiently grabs the baskets from you, but his face falls after examines the berry. Damn it all, these are the right berries, but they are soured. Would you be kind so gather some fresh one for ma? Is it because I slept for so long?
Forwards.
I should have picked him up. Until later on.
I will guide us.
I'm gonna have to go again. Okay. Bucking impatiently grabs the basket from you, but his face falls. Okay, let's go again.
Without a doubt.
work. Done.
Forwards. Without a doubt.
After a quick glance, the basket Boken grabs a fistful of berries and shoves them into his mouth. A smile of delight brightens his face. Ah, fangberries, so fresh. You've been good to an old man, thank you. Here, take these potions. If you need more, feel free to return. I'll give you any discount. What do you use those fangberries for? Truth be told, as I've gotten older, I've got kind of particular, and my appetite is almost gone. Everything I eat is partially tasteless to me now. I can barely force myself to swallow a bite. Only thing I can still taste is fangberries, so I add them to the porridge or to a roast meat. I even add them to my potions. When I ran out of fangberries, I stopped eating entirely. Svetlana tried to help me, the dear. She baked pies for me, cooked a fish soup and stewed venison, but I just couldn't eat any of it. I was desperate. Those damn spiders had sucked the last bit out of joy of my life. If not for you, I'd pretty much have starved to death, miserable to the end.
I will guide us. Our path leads on.
Mound within a small burrow inside, the stolen lands are rich with traces of long-gone settlement and ruins of ancient civilizations. Almost every year, the accidental landslide exposed the door of an ancient tomb to the foundation of some destroyed temple. This location is prime example of this.
Together we stand.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Esmith, Axe, yes. Esmith, Axe, yes. Esmith, Axe, yes. I am yours to command. I'm listening.
What troubles you?
I stand ready.
An arm in a gruddy purple grab seizes your attention. Of course, the scoundrel Tartuccio, who you know from your time in Restov. The vile gnome is standing on a small hill, expressing his discontentment in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian!
Why hurry? The same end awaits us all.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
Quickly now, if we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Tartuccio turns his angry gaze upon you. He nods to guard his drawer the weapons. Harim, I would be happy to see you among my companions. Your faith does not oblige you to follow this fool and liar like Tartuccio.
There is as much vanity in your words as in the words of all who have not seen the wisdom of Grotus. Yet you seem a worthier leader than the arrogant Tartuccio. Perhaps in serving you, I shall open your eyes to the teachings of my faith.
I see my magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of his enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and cover my retreat.
Esmith, Axe, yes.
We shall overcome.
Tear them apart!
Let us strike as one.
Attack!
Ba, er, Rizzi.
They go down!
This won't kill me. Do not falter. Ah!
Strike as one.
Oh, right.
not hold back.
Survive. I always survive. Stay behind me!
We shall overcome.
Let us strike as one!
Attack!
What should be my
Lindsay
XP?
the Magnificent? Lindsay the Illustrious? Something more simple, like Lindsay the Great. Maybe Lindsay the Indecisive.
Let us not hesitate.
focus of this build.
Just letting the ink dry.
Okay, let's change this a little bit. The classes. Okay, let's leave him for now as a dwarf for a second. I'm gonna go for human. Harem will be human. So let's go back. Let's go and be our new harem. Okay, let's change this. I know it's not very thingy, but the normal characters are absolutely shocking. So let's change. It looks better now. Still looks like himself.
Each step brings us closer to the end.
Interesting.
Done with waiting.
Let's change there as well. Should be a bit more law friendly. Can give a picture. Changing the meaning a little bit.
give the order. Done with waiting. Don't hesitate. Here.
Let's make a tank.
I'm listening. Here. Well,
I wrote it like I saw it.
yes.
Forwards.
It seemed from afar to be a bad crack in the stone, but turns out to be a faded image of the sun. A grinning jackal skull has recently been scratched on top of the image. On closer inspection, one can discern the outline of a head with a single eye. Judging by the outline, this brass relief once depicted the sun and moon, now is almost completely eroded. The image carved in the stone has almost completely worn away over the ages. Watts can still distinguish a sickle, a sword, and a skull with a single eye socket covered with a coin.
was not in vain.
Without a doubt.
What's that?
Or did it, but to what avail?
Brass leaves of the sun long eroded. The vague outline of four strange creatures have been carved over it.
I will guide us.
How sweet the first breath of fresh air after the stale, damp stuffiness of that tomb. Before us stretched an unending heath replete with hills and gullies and patches of low shrubs. Already the trail of Tartuccio and his companions had gone cold. But we would not give up so easily. Whether the trail went cold or not, it was one we had to follow. No blade of grass went bent. It must have had enough time to straighten back up, since whoever last passed through. But the heath's dry earth preserved the prints of little shoes. Our eyes to the ground, we followed the trail. We walked and walked until finally we came to a huge gully, the dried up bed of the river of yore. But what is this? At the edge, the grass was trampled down and the soil turned up and close prints, lots of them. We stumbled upon fresh battlefield, and here the trail split. One set of footprints walked away from the battle and down into the gully. The brave footprints that faced down the enemies followed the path along its edge. We tried and find any traces of magic in the surroundings. And here the trail spell. We discovered traces of a spell, apparently from the Illusion School of Magic, near where the lonely trail descended into the gully. We tried to imagine who or what left those claws marks. The claws marks were not deep, the attackers were small and lean, and more, these creatures walked on two legs. Finally, the form of the prints left no doubt in our minds. We stumbled onto Kobold's lands. We stood a while in thought, then followed a single set of footprints down into the gully. The way down was steep and it took some time to reach the bottom. Walking on the loose soil was difficult, but the clawed footsteps were easy to spot. The bottom of the gully went downhill, deeper and deeper. Finally, the footprints turned, wheeled up the steep slope, and disappeared at the gully's edge. We couldn't but admire the animal agility and clever claws of the creature we were following. The slope before us was as tall as two tall men and ended up hanging crest. Climbing such a slope would be no easier than climbing a sheer wall. However, a long, steady-looking root stuck out of the ground from the top. There was one brave hero among us who decided to try his luck and climb the root. I had to roll a 1. After tugging on the root, Valerie took a deep breath, grabbed it with both hands, and began the difficult ascent. Pushing with her feet against the slope and grabbing the root with both her hands, she climbed higher and higher. Only her heavy breathing and the faint cracking of the root broke the deadly silence. Suddenly, dust poured down from the top of the slope, and the root began to slide from the ground. Keeping her wrist, Valerie shifted her weight to her legs and froze. After a tense moment, she continued her journey, and soon had reached the top of the slope. After catching her breath, she lay on the ground and offered her hand to help the next one of us up. After climbing out of the gully one by one, we easily found the clawed footstep again and moved forward. The air grew tense. We sensed that we are approaching our target, and our intuition proved correct.
Listen to me. A dragon, huge, sparkling, flew down to me from the sky and told me a secret. A great relic that will win the kobold's glory is hidden somewhere nearby. Enough of this pitiful existence. Search for it. Search and bring it to me.
Dragon, glory, dragon, the voices of the kobolds rise in excitement. We know the might under the old sycamore. They possess the magic treasure, very ancient. Stop deceiving this poor reptile, Startuccio.
Who is there? How? Here, you fools! I mean tribesmen. Don't listen to his lies. I shall bring you to glory. Just help me find the relic and stop this trickster.
To victory!
We shall overcome.
Let us strike as one!
Repent.
Attack!
Do not falter!
Tear them apart!
Strike as one.
Onwards!
Forwards. Without a doubt.
What's that?
My search was not in vain.
I will guide us.
This ford is the heart of the woods in one of the best places to cross the Thorn River. Most traders and travelers choose the Thorn Ford for passage, attracting bandits to the place as well.
Your sword is so amazing. I could never have imagined someone wielding such a huge blade.
Right? They took it from a frost giant as a trophy. I slaughtered so many of them giants with it. Now when they hear my name, they shit their pants.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Esmith Axis, yes. Esmith Axis, yes. Esmith Axis, yes.
I don't feel up to it. But how? I don't feel up to it. I don't feel up to it. Well, it is done.
Well, look who's here. Easy now, I'm not here to blanket the stolen lands with corpses. Lower your weapons and let's talk. I won't kill anyone who leaves the Starlord's service or is willing to help me find him. So think about it. Is he really a leader you are ready to die for? Something in your words seems to have impressed Cressel. She frowns for a moment, then spits. Fine, I won't cut your throat, for now at least, but I also won't kneel to some rest of upstart. Why would you try to make peace? Are you just naturally kind, or have you been listening to Svetlana? It is so hard to believe I simply might not want unnecessary bloodshed. You know, life hasn't been so good to me, Cressel replies, sullen. Why should I trust you? Alright, here's my piece. The Stark Lord been spending more time keeping an eye on the bottom of his glass than on what's going on around him. If he won't answer an insult from some rest of crook like Jumandi, then you are right. We choose the wrong leader. So go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. I won't stop you, but I won't help you either. And here, give this to Svetlana. The bandit places a ring in your hand and leaves. You see a dark-haired man of about 45, though the wrinkles of his face makes him look 60 at first sight. He currently a prisoner, judging from his tight hands. He slouches a bit, squints short-sightedly at the light as he moves his lips as though speaking to someone invisible. He jerks his hands up as he notices you. Praise Erastil, someone's finally chased off those scoundrels. Thank you, stranger. My name is Jot Kavken. I'm a priest of Erastil from Gold. Those bandits attacked me as I was crossing the river. Said they wanted to take me to the leader, make me heal their wounds. Not a chance. The strength granted by Erastil is meant to help honest people, not robbers. I'm glad I could help. Jod mutters a bit, rubbing his hands. Oh, these times! To be as surprised to meet an honest man as to see a manticore at the vegetable stall. Thank you for your help. I've exhausted my supply of prayers, but I'll gladly repay you in the future, once I've restored my strength. Come to me if you ever need to be healed or blessed. I'm afraid an old fool like me won't be able to handle the mission given the Erastil on my own. How can I search for the temple when the bandits around here won't let me take a single step? I'll head to the Oleg Leventon's trading post to rest and think of what to do next. Please, traveler, if you happen to discover the ruins of the Temple of the Elk, come inform old Jode. My gratitude will know no bounds.
Or did it? But to what avail?
Cressel, a task. As soon as you're done with the taxes, find an old hut in the woods upstream of the Throne River and burn it to the ground. This is the Stag-Lord's wish. He literally said, burn, burn. It was originally going to be Dovan, but he grew upset when he learned nobody lived in the hut. Said burning houses with no one in them was boring. So I said I sent someone more reliable. It's a strange task, but try to finish it quickly, and no asking why bother with the tribe instead of preparing for war with Restov. We'll get to that. The bandits' belongings are piled together in a messy heap. Search the belongings for information or valuables. Genau. You find a cache under the clothes and blankets. Opening the lid of a small hollow, you find a box full of bottles. An inspiration on the side reads, "Wine for the Star-Lord. Don't you dare steal it, fools. I'll make sure you rot." Poison the wine.
To victory! Let us strike as one!
Tear them apart!
We shall overcome. Without a doubt.
What's that?